folks. Welcome to Caves of Qud 1.0. I'm a little late to the party for this, which has kind of irked me a little bit. There's a simple reason for that, namely that I did not have a computer capable of doing this for like 2 months, exactly when Caves of Qud 1.0 was coming out. You know, my plan was always to take a bit of a longer break with the game and then come back and really get into it again when 1.0 comes out. You know, would have been great to do this at release, but didn't shake out that way. You know, the break turned out to be a little bit a little bit longer than that. But that's okay, you know, things happen that way. Yeah, my old computer broke, the one that I had been using, and in a way that wasn't like trivial to fix. And the thing was pretty old at this point, you know, like parts of it are like over 10 years old. The newest thing in it was the graphics card, which is an NVIDIA 1060, which is about 8 years old. Right, so that was a bit of, you know, that thing has done me well over the years, and it still exists. It still stands over there in sort of a reduced form. I'm going to, you know, I don't throw stuff away. It might become useful again at some point. But I built a new gaming PC. Like a big fuck-off gaming PC. Like an actual sort of on the higher end gaming PC. Except for the graphics card. Because, you know, the new generation of stuff is just around the corner. And I will wait for that. Until then, I've got my old 1060 in here, which means that everything else is woefully underutilized. But yeah, got some pretty fast stuff in here. Good stuff. And what else to play on a big fuck-off gaming PC than Caves of Qud? Am I right? So yeah, I'm kind of back, hopefully. I'm going to try to stream this with a certain kind of regularity now. My plan is to... You know, I wasn't really, you know, like stuff from work and so on has meant that I didn't find myself in the position to stream a lot recently. I think you all have noticed that. I'm going to try to do this a bit more, which will probably involve forcing myself to stream even when I'm tired. So you're gonna have some tired streams. But such it goes, because I really want to play this game, and I cannot actually play Caves of Qud without streaming it. There's like those two things have kind of entwined in my brain. Yeah. So let's talk about this. So this is Caves of Qud 1.0. I haven't really played 1.0. I just did a test character, and because I have to reinstall the game, I have set up everything how I like it, I think. Hopefully, mostly, and you know, I did a test character and just ran around in Joppa a bit, but that is it. If you don't know me, I have played this game a lot. I have around 800 hours in this game. In early access, I streamed this game a lot. There's like hundreds of hours of footage of me playing this game on YouTube. I got pretty decent at this game. You know, I finished sort of what was there in early access over the years multiple times. I only play permadeath, and I'm going to continue to only play permadeath because I need that friction. The game loses a lot, in my opinion. Just for me, you know? Like, you do you. It just doesn't matter. It's a single player. Play it. Whatever is the most fun for you, but I need my permadeath in this game, and we're going to play this game in permadeath. So, yeah, we're basically just going to start from scratch. This is going to be a new playlist again. I think there's a good sort of cut-off point. I am doing a few things to make this maybe a bit easier to watch. If you look beneath me, there is a little text that says which run we are at in 1.0. So this is going to be the first run. And I also have a little timer here. Yep. See this? This is sort of, I'm using live split to put a timer on the screen. I think that's going to be useful. This is not a speedrun thing. You know, there's speedrunning software, but I'm not speedrunning. But I think this timer will be useful to know where I'm at in a run. And to actually, you know, if you start something and you see, okay, I'm 2 hours and 97 seconds in, you can actually just rewind back and know kind of where the run starts. So I think that's going to be useful for viewers. And it also allows me to, I don't know, do some weird statistics stuff, you know? Maybe I'm gonna make a spreadsheet out of my runs or whatever. So we're gonna see about that. But that is the plan. So we're going to start from the start. Again, I've played the game a lot. In the end, I've kind of, sort of in my time streaming this game in early access, I have kind of painted myself into a corner where I had some pretty well optimized strategies and stuff, and characters that I liked to play, and I didn't really deviate from that anymore. And honestly, I was actually kind of in a rut. Like 800 hours of playing a game will kind of do that to you. But I had a long break. I have to kind of refamiliarize myself with a lot of things. And there's a lot of new stuff in here that I don't yet know about, which is cool, actually. I'm actually super excited for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to play for... Like, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to immediately go in and try to optimize everything, you know? I'm just going to play, like, different things. And even if I know that they're not going to be super powerful in the end game, that doesn't really matter. So that's kind of my plan. We're just going to have a bit of fun, you know? I'm going to revisit some older things, some older sort of character types that I've played. And, you know, we might actually dabble back in with mental mutations. I kind of only played chimeras at the end of my long time playing this game. So that is, you know, let's not do that. We're going to start with a chimera, but a different one, I think. And you know, we're not going to do the electrical generation powering my big fuck off guns character just yet. Doesn't mean I won't play it. You know, I do want to kind of see the late game and stuff, so we might dabble in that as well. But yeah, I'm gonna play a whole lot of different characters. Get back into mental mutations. We might actually even play Truekins at some point. That was a bit of a running joke over my long time streaming early access, was that I never played Truekin. I never really vibed with Truekin, but, you know, I think I'm just going to force myself to do that sometimes. So I'm going to play a bunch of Truekin characters as well. What I mean is I'm just going to take my time with this. The goal is obviously to finish the game, to complete runs at some point, but, you know, I'm not in a hurry. You know, I can play this game for another 800 hours, why not? So this was a long preamble. Let's start creating a new character. We're going to be mutated human. There's the Apostle, right? The Arconaut. So my first character, I thought I'm going to start with a character that's going to be kind of fun to start out with. It's not going to be a character that is, you know, we're going to run into some issues in the higher levels, I think. But, you know, let's just go with this. I'm going to play an Arconaut. And what we're going to do is we're going to be like, I'm going to start with the all-natural character. So we're going to have a carapace and we're going to have horns. So we have natural body armor and we have a natural weapon. Let's go with a variant here. That's just for aesthetics. Should we have like this horn, the one horn, or the unicorn horn, the spiral horn? Should we be a unicorn? Let's be a unicorn. All right. So we're gonna be that. Let's see. Let's see what else we can do. I'm going to be triple jointed. The horn is a short blade class weapon, so we're going to be triple jointed in order to get some agility. That's what we're going to get our agility from. How much do I have left? 2 remaining. Let's be amphibious. That makes us use more water. So we have to douse ourselves in water instead of drinking it. You require about 2/3 more water than usual. I remember this being manageable. It can be that they changed this and this being much more troublesome. We're going to find that out. But let's do that. It could be burrowing claws. I mean, that could be fun, but you know what? Let's do multiple legs. Why not? The triple jointed spiral horn carapace. So this is a good character to start out with, because this gives us a very good weapon and very good armor at the start. So we're going to be pretty survivable. We're going to get heat and cold resistance from the carapace, which is also good. This gives us a very good armor and very good weapon. We're going to get to a point in the game, if I survive, where that's not going to be enough. Is the thing. But yeah, we're gonna see. Also, there's a lot of mutation points actually to get all of these up, so we're likely not going to get any additional mutations. That's the other thing. But let's think about how to play this character. So strength, we're going to get that up to 20. We're going to get that to 20, which is cheaper because we have +2 agility from being an Archanaut. We're going to get 18 toughness. I think that's usually what I went with, if I remember correctly. And this, so willpower is our dump stat. Could go with an additional strength. Yeah, let's do that. That's actually worth quite a bit. We're going to mainly put points into strength, because even though short blade is an agility skill tree, our still scales with, like, penetration still scales with strength, so we want strength. So there, that's what we do. That's what I'm going to play for now. I'm going to have a random name. I always pick random names. Maybe, not always. I think my #1 character in the in the records is called Dale Earnhardt for some reason. I think I was just watching old NASCAR at that point. But still, here we go. Let's go to Joppa. And you embark for the Caves of Qud. Alright, so, starting out with this, I'm going to actually, like in sort of the late stages of my early access streaming of this game, I didn't really read stuff anymore. I just flipped through everything. Now that we're starting out anew, now that we're having a fresh start here, I'm going to actually take the time to read stuff and to, kind of immerse myself in the world a little bit more. When you play a game for this long, for hundreds and hundreds of hours, you start to get very sort of analytical and mechanical with it. And that's definitely what happened. So I'm going to try to sort of pull that back a little and sort of be a bit more in it, I guess. So on the 22nd of Ubu'ut, you arrive at the oasis hamlet of Joppa. Good old Joppa. I've been here so many times. Along the far rim of Mograhi, the Great Salt Desert. All around you, moisture farmers tend to groves of viridian water vine. There are huts wrought from rock salt and brine stock. On the horizon, Qud's jungles strangle chrome steeples and rusted archways to the earth. Further and beyond, the fabled spindle rises above the fray and pierces the cloud-riven sky. It's always something I've always talked about this game, is the writing is beautiful. I love it. It has a very distinct flavor to it that speaks to me. It's sort of flowery and weird and kind of poetic. I don't know, there's something about it. I'm in search of work. Well, I wanted to actually read stuff. A water hand? Aye, live and drink, traveler. Okay, so we are here. This is Mehmet. There's a water vine farmer, kind of supervising the water vine farming, I guess. I am called Imoshrikat. That's who we are. Mehmet, the tongue says. Live and drink, Imoshrikat. Can you tell me about your village, Joppa? Water vine farm in the lap of the marsh. He's a man of few words. You've sucked the moisture out of a vine wafer, yeah? We tend the plant here. I'm in search of work. I have it then. Something is eating our water vine around the beetle moon. Round beetle moon. Hurun says he saw a creature, spider-like, slinking in the brine, but no cave spider would dare get so near warden stomps. I tasted a bit of red flag in the pool, shale, like we find in the soil by Red Rock. Hike there, will ya, to Red Rock, just about 2 parasangs north of Joppa. Kill the vermin and bring one's corpses back for seeing what it is. Elder will take care to pay you after, Waterhand. Here we go, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to... Something has been gnawing on the vines, and they are not happy about it. So we want to see what it was. Any news from Red Rock? None yet. Aye. Alright. So, we have this guy over here. He's another water vine farmer, but he's a mechanimist convert. He has been converted to some sort of religious thing. Wanderer, do you venture northwise into the great desert and nearer the 6-day stilt? What is the 6-day stilt? Ah, the great mechanimist temple of glass, the sacred offering well, and history in stone relief, peopled by the Argent Fathers, in statue and light sculpture, encircled by the Grand Bazaar. I hear there's more people around there than numbers in the void, and that chatter makes a sound wholly raw and new to the world. Will you go there and take my bauble? Will you offer it to the well where I cannot? Okay, so he cannot leave for the 6-day still, so we're going to do it for him. That's another quest. This is essentially Burning Man. And there's a place in the desert with a great bazaar and much bustling around it. And a weird sort of kind of quasi-spiritualist, religious sort of, you know, tech focused bend to it. Yeah, it's basically Burning Man. It's tech bro spiritualism, or what is sort of equivalent to this in this weird world. So your bauble. Yes, my neighbor kin tire of the tale. I was scything the vine when the flat of my blade turned something loose from the soil. My heart has stirred before at the sight of chrome, but to free a small splinter myself, to slide a bead on the abacus of beauty. Will you go then and offer my bauble at the well? Yeah, we will do that. They're all about artifacts, you know, like old sort of. There's something in this world, like this is kind of a world that exists after multiple apocalypses, essentially. Like there's been multiple. It's just a layer cake of civilizations is what the game calls it. And yeah, So it's all about sort of ancient artifacts, you know? It's mostly like technology that we don't understand anymore, so it is artifacts. And we might actually come to understand them. And the deeper we go, the more crazy it will be. And dangerous. Why can you not go? Friend, I would be a smoldering heap, cooked to death by the ray of a dawn glider. I would be a slug-riddled corpse by the rifles of the Isachari. There's no kindness in the great desert, and little more in the canyons. I cannot go and live. I will make the journey. Moon and sun, friend. You have my deep and many-sided thanks. Here, take the trinket now. And if you're to ever return, let us visit again. Live and drink. So we have a technician in the town, a tinkerer by the name of Argive, who lives over here. And he does not like him. So, because he's a weird, like, you know? He has weird ideas about technology, that if you're actually into tech, if you're an actual sort of nerd, an actual tinkerer, you are not happy about that. So, if this guy happens to wander too close to Argive, he will get murdered by him. We might see that happen in some run at some point. Okay, so we received an odd trinket. Since we're an Arconaut... Yeah, this is a sword mill. Okay. You know, it's old technology, but, you know, that's kind of the fun thing about it. A lot of sort of the artifacts and the technology, not all of them, but some of them are pretty mundane, you know? It's just a salt mill. Just a little thing to grind salt. But it's all lost knowledge. So let's see, we have a chrome revolver, that's kind of nice, short bow. We're going to rob some huts here, which we can do. Because they cannot look into it. They've changed something here where this is open now. You know, you can actually see through it. So we cannot rob this hut anymore. The one over there still works. And this one also has an open thing here. I think you can actually try to not be seen. But let's not risk it. This is my storage hut. I've always used this one for storage. Hey, Lin CD, hi. Thank you. Oh jeez, let me just quickly... That's the chat box weird. Here we go. That's better. Yeah, glad to see you. Glad to see you in my chat. Yeah, I'm... You know, again, I've talked about this at the start. I was without PC for a few months. Like 2 months or something. 1.5, 2 months. Because my old one broke in a way that wasn't easily fixable. So now... now I'm... I built a big, you know, I can actually afford it now because I work a lot. But I built a big fuck-off gaming PC. And what else to play on a big fuck-off gaming PC than this game, you know? That's what we do around here. So we cannot wear armor and we cannot wear hats because of the stuff that we have. So yeah, we're doing basically kind of a fresh start. I am so stupid. I talked about the timer and I did not start the timer. So this one is a bit wrong. It's fine. We only like stood around in Joppa and talked to people. So we can start it here, it doesn't matter. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to that loop. But yeah. We're gonna chill out, and I'm not going to optimize the fun out of the game just yet. So we're just going to play whatever kind of build strikes my fancy, whatever kind of I want to do. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Let me see. There's a weird artifact here. I don't know what that is. Probably nothing great, actually. We have a stun gas grenade, which we can give to Argive. Argive. Other than that, I think we're kind of good. Let's offer and do the trade. Get some more water. I don't think we need much more water for now. How much do we have? Yeah, we have a lot of water actually for starting out. That's fine. We're going to remove this. We're going to find more grenades. That's all fine. Oh, we don't need the short bow. We are going to remove one of the daggers. And I'm going to use my horn as my main weapon. Not the dagger. Because the horn is better and it's also a short blade. The grenades that we have we're going to give to Argive. Again, we're going to find more grenades. That's not an issue. The woven tonic, woven tonic, yeah, sure, that makes sense. We're going to get rid of that, we're going to get rid of the bronze dagger, and we don't need the short bow either. We're never going to use it, so that's okay. So let's get rid of this stuff. And let's walk over here. So this is the hut of the elder. You can talk to the elder. Friend. Live and drink, come in, come sit neath the cool shade, cross a pillow there, and welcome to Joppa. You may drink of our fresh water too, and quench your thirst. What is this place, Joppa? This, the oasis hamlet, neath the shelf of the world. A million breaths of salt in the wind heaves over the great salt desert Mograye, and to the east, the rotting jungles of Qud. Here in the crack between the two, a water vine can grow, and we grow it. 6 days still, such spectacle, the statues within, a revelation to the eyes, chandless enough to drain your skins dry twixt shallows and beetle moon. All very cryptic. Do you sell wares here? Speak to my daughter through the east door for herbs. And sitting Tam in the southeast has all manner of trinket against his chest or drawers. And this is Argive. Yes. So Argive will give us our first main quest actually. So we have the Red Rock quest. Let me see. Here, what's eating the water vine? That is kind of always the first quest that you do, but it's not actually the main quest. This is entirely optional, so we don't actually need to do this, but I like to do this. This gives us a good start in the world. So, Nimaruda, don't let your nostrums run dry on the road. I have what you need. Witchwood for pain, bandages for bleeding, yuckweed and honey for when your guts act up. Cold caps where I can find them. Well, take a look. I grew up right here in Joppa, daughter of the elder and all. Spent some years delving, but gave it up after a few near escapes and nearly deadly wounds. I'm better suited to herbalism anyways, and my father worries less. So we can get some vine wafers and some yuckweed, which is good. Some bandages and some witchwood bark, which is medicine. I think witchwood bark heals you, but makes you high, I believe. Yuckweed is, yeah, that helps against that. You know, I forgot a bunch about this game, but yeah. Yuckweed is when we have something. I think it can remove some bad status things. Don't remember if it helps against illness. It might help against illness, but not against disease, I believe is what the thing is. Or it's unlikely to help against disease, I don't know. We're going to find all this back out again. So here we have Argive. Mumbling, exceeding mouth thresholds, perhaps a ganglionic teleprojector fitted with suspensors. Oh, I didn't notice you there. That's because I was ignoring you. He's a nerd and kind of a dick. Hello! See Jack, hi. How are you doing? It's a good start to the day indeed. Waste heat from the thermocask, or centrifugal extraction to the P density of sunslag. Yeah, I'm going to play the game a little bit. I work a late shift today. What is my character? My character right now is Horn and Carapace. You know? Again, I'm not going to optimize. You know, I'm just going to play sort of a variety of characters now. Just like whatever I feel like it. I'm not going to go for win just yet. It's kind of a fresh start. So, yeah, we're doing carapace and horn, triple jointed, and what else did I get? Multiple legs. So this is going to be pretty good for starting out. This is going to get us, this is going to help us survive for the time being. It's going to be a problem later on, I think, because having a good weapon and good armor is not really enough. We're going to get to the point where that's not enough, but you know, until then, that's going to be pretty fun. A pretty straightforward build, but why not? Unexpected deviation from the clank constant. Also, since I'm restarting, I'm actually going to take my time here and read everything, you know? And yeah, so I've been sitting here in Joppa for quite some time. Must you bother me? What are you, some sort of water freak? Fondren-eyed pilgrim, Arconaut? Make yourself useful and fetch me a knick-knack from one of the caves then. I may reward you. Where can I find a cave? There are caves everywhere, you dolt. Scoop the surface of the marsh or head on east to the rust wells and wander into the desert for all I care. Yeah, he's not friendly, but he's a good man. I guess. So we're going to go out here. We've already finished the quest because we have the grenades. They count as knickknacks. Since we are an Arconaut, we start with a bunch of stuff already. Like a bunch of sort of already salvaged things. So, yeah. So when you're just starting out here, we can actually kill like some of these fish and stuff. Which makes it easier. So here we have the shrine to Nanasp, the potent lamb of frogs. This is always a shrine that you see here. It depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Namasp. Namasp appointed a corrupt administrator as minister of Harsiva Barrio. He mandated association with frogs. In Nanasp's name. That is procedurally generated text from sort of different, from sort of a little database of stuff. It can be pretty fun things, and it actually has a knack for creating kind of beautiful things. So that's kind of the interplay between authored and generated text is one of the great things about Caves of Qud. And this will always... So this shrine is always here. North of Joppa. Right? So we always have this shrine here. It's always a different one, but it will always give us the first location of a historic site, which are sort of procedurally generated dungeon sites that you can find artifacts in. And this first one is always going to be low level, so it's not going to murder you with crazy things. Other ones might not be. Other ones might be troublesome, so you always have to be careful when you're going to a historic site. And sort of scoop it out and see what lurks there, essentially. But this one's going to be probably relatively benign, and you're going to find a low-level artifact there, so... but it's fun. We might go there. And yeah, and you always get your first one here. The later ones you have to be lucky to find, you know? Sometimes you find them just somehow. Sometimes you need, for a lot of them, you need to find hints. To, you know, the world is large, you don't actually just run across them easily. So there can be hints on items and on statues and stuff like that that you find in the world. So, the shrine depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Reshef. This is also always here. Reshef cleansed the marshlands of the plagues of the Gaia and taught Abram to sow water vine along its fertile tracks. So Reshef is a special one, and that's going to come into play later. Let me see. So we have locations of historic sites. This is our journal. Gossip and lore, we don't have any of that yet. Sultan history. So this is Namasp, we found one of them. And this is Reshev, cleansed the marshlands of whatever. And so we can actually piece together like timelines of these ancient sultans, what they did and when, which is kind of fun. Village histories, we have found no entries. This is when we actually do the water ritual and stuff. We're actually going to do that, by the way. I forgot about that. Yeah, this is our chronology. We arrived at Joppa, that's when we start. And on the same day, we discovered the location of Harsiva. So we have a bit of a chronology of our character, which is also cool. General notes and recipes, which we don't have yet, but that's also going to come into play later. Alright, so let's check out these folks here. So he's loved by the villagers of Joppa, he's hated by equines, hated by the cult of the coiled lamb, and admired by dromad merchants. What was the coiled lamb again? I think they are the ones... Isn't that a specific cult? Which were they? Are they the ones in Ezra? I don't remember it. Were they coiled lamb? Jesus. Again, I had a few months of break, and I'm not good with that. So he's disliked by a few villagers of other towns, but that's fine. Dislike is not that bad. So we're going to do the water ritual with him. And this is the warden, by the way. Or not him. I think I'm actually... Who are you? I might have misgendered that here. I'm extremely sorry about that. Oh wait, yeah, I have just... Read stuff, Jay, before you say stuff. I journey north to the 6-day stilt. Yeah, what is a warden? Okay. Your thirst is mine, my water is yours. You share your water with warden, even though I affronted. Yeah, the main sultan's code, right. Yeah. Your reputation with... Yeah, so we get some reputation with wardens and villagers of Joppa. We lose some reputation with some villagers, but that's only minus 50, that's not bad. At minus 200, we're going to get disliked, and then they're going to attack us. We're just going to do this for the reputation. We don't need any secrets for the time being. That's okay. Let's check the Elder. Hated by trolls, the mechanimists. Shit, and the villagers of Ezra. Okay, we don't want to do that. I think the reason why I said him here was, I think my brain did a thing with Indrix, the other warden from a different town. So, I'm sorry about that. Again, read before you talk. Yeah, fuck it. We're just going to do this now. Joppa increased by 100 to 60. Equines, minus 100. Minus 100. Yeah, that's fucking okay. Dormant merchants. Dormant merchant reputation is also kind of good. We're going to learn harvestry here, which is useful to start out with. Like for a very specific thing. Here we go. Alright. Again, taking my time here. So before we go down, I usually don't do this, but what you can do is you can just go fishing a little bit. There's like these fish in the ponds, and they give you actually 25 XP, which will actually be kind of good for starting out. You can get some initial levels from that, and that's going to be useful when you go down. Let's light this torch. There's not many fish around. Usually you have a lot of glowfish and glow pads and stuff here, but yes, not in this run. But you can actually get like an initial level or two from here. You don't really need to. We can also just go down into the caves which I always like to do for Red Rock. I have to actually talk about that a bit more, but once we're done with this. Yeah, there's no fish around. Okay, so we're not going to do this. But, you know, you can just explore the outskirts of Joppa a little bit. And, you know, kill some... Ah, yeah, here we go. Ooh, there's actually a group of things here. We cannot... Okay, this is an oil ritual, because it's a robot. It's not drinking water. Spacco, acclaimed Barathramite lecturer. Oh, you have some stuff. Gesticulating. Those are... grants +2 strength, but we don't have the floating nearby slot. Yeah, so... That's for gloves. That's a mod for gloves. So you have data disks. This is actually kind of useful. I think this will refresh as well, same as Archive. So we have to check back in with little Spacco over here from time to time. See what data disks they have. Okay, so we have a bunch of glow paths here. Need to be kind of careful, you know? Just starting out, the glow pads can actually do some damage to you. They cannot move, so you can always move away if you take too much damage. Or you can just murder them for a little bit and to get... Yeah, it is. Because, like, you know, we just need to go a bit north and we might actually get some good data disks out of this. We're going to start with Horn. So mainly we're going to increase these two mutations and also multiple legs, and then we're going to do triple jointed. That's sort of my priority here for the time being. Okay, we need to actually rest a little bit, so let's rest until healed. We have extinguished the torch, that is good. But yeah, this is like kind of an easy way to get like maybe your initial 2 levels. Again, you don't really need to do that, but it's when you're just starting out, I would recommend it. There's a water skin here. I think it is empty, otherwise it would have told me. But yeah, this is a fantastic character actually to have close to Joppa. I need to remember to check back in with them. There's a crocodile. Murder that thing. But yeah, just sort of these water vine areas here, you know, around Joppa. There's never really anything exciting here, but you have like some low-level creatures, again, like these fish. And when you're below level 5, they actually do give you a decent bit of experience. So, you know, you can just go fishing at the start. It's kind of a fun thing. Alright, I think we're done with that now. We have an attribute point that's going to go into strength. Again, we also need agility, but agility is going to mainly come from this mutation. Your joints stretch much further than usual. This gives us +2 agility. Arconaut, being an Arconaut also gives us +2 agility, so that's good. And this also gives us a chance that sprint and skills with agility prerequisites don't go on cooldown after use, which is a cool thing to have. It's actually, like, once we get that up a little, it's an awesome thing to have. But, yeah. So this will increase our agility. Like, when we put points into it, we're gonna get more agility. So we don't need to actually put points into agility. We're just gonna get it that way. This increases our move speed and carry capacity. Carry capacity is kind of a nice to have thing. Move speed is awesome. This is the horn, this is our main weapon, main melee weapon, and carapace, this is our body armor, essentially. So this is natural armor, which will increase in armor value over the course of putting points into it. and the penalty on dodge value will decrease. So at some point it's not going to have any penalty on dodge value anymore, I believe. So it actually gets more flexible. And we can tighten the carapace to receive double the AV bonus at a -2 dodge value penalty. You know, that's that. We're going to go mainly for armor value, not for dodge value for this. Over the years of playing the game, I have found for myself that dodge value is a nice to have thing, but focusing on dodge value is kind of not going to save you. Because dodge value does not reduce damage, it just reduces the chance of things hitting you. The problem is, probability says at some point something is going to hit you. Oh, there's a honey weep here, and that means this is a fungus area. We have to be kind of careful about that, otherwise we're going to get some infections. Getting the honey is actually kind of cool. Where's that weep? To be very careful here not to run into any fungus. These mushrooms are okay, but the big boy, oh yeah, the weep is over there. Okay, let me try to get there without getting sprayed. Oh no, it's not. That's not the weep. The weep is over here. There's the honey. Puddle of honey. 8 grams of honey. Let's collect that liquid. Having some honey is a good idea. That's going to be useful. Honey is good against disease. So let's just collect a little bit of that and leave the fungus area again. Because that's no good. The fungus is not your friend. There's more fungus there. Okay. We're going to stay away from that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually go back to Joppa. Here we go. And for Red Rock, there's 2 ways of getting there. So Red Rock is this place over here. So you can always go from, can just always go overland here and go to Red Rock. There's a different way. Hidden over here is a crack. And you can go down that, and this goes 4 strata deep, I believe. And there's an underground river that goes straight to Red Rock, which has higher level creatures in it than, like when we go overland, it's basically just like the areas that we've seen just now. Down here, it's a bit more dangerous. So, the thing that you can do is you can go overland towards Red Rock and take the underground river back, because then you will already have some levels and stuff, which we do have now. But what I usually do is I go down here and yeah, I go this way. I take this to Red Rock, not from Red Rock, but it doesn't really matter. This is always the way to Red Rock is basically the reason why you want to do this quest first, because this will actually net us a bunch of good stuff already. Like there's some enemies down here that will give us some good, decent initial experience. We might find some good, decent initial equipment and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be Horn. That will increase the damage increment, which is good. Doing more damage is good. The reason why Horn is so good is that it is a natural weapon, and oops, where am I? There we go. This over here. Oops, no, that's the torch. The dagger, as you can see, it has a strength bonus cap. So weapons get a bonus to penetration depending on your strength. And weapons that you find have a cap on that. right? So this has a strength bonus cap of 1. We have strength 22, which means there's a maximum cap, or like a maximum bonus that we can bestow on weapons, on melee weapons right now, of +3. So the dagger does not actually receive the full bonus. The cool thing about natural weapons is what you can see here, is that it has a strength bonus cap of 100. So it is essentially uncapped, because you're never going to reach this cap. That's the good thing about natural weapons. Like, all natural weapons work that way. I think even if we were just to use a fist, let me see. But it is like, the fist is pretty bad. I don't know, we cannot actually look at it, but I think the fist actually also works that way. The fist is just pretty bad at that. Hey, live and drink. Jack, hi. How are you doing? Let's eat a meal, because we were famished. Good old horned turtle. Yeah, I just thought starting out with a character that's not gonna... It's not gonna be great if we get to the end game, you know? Like, this gives us... This is pretty fun to start out with, and pretty fun in the mid-game. And we're pretty survivable, actually, at the start, because we have a very good weapon and armor. And we get that fast. A lot faster than if we were dependent on items. But if this character survives for a while, we're going to get to a point where that's not going to be enough. But that is okay. I think, you know, this is a decent fun thing to start out with, you know, to have a run that will hopefully not end super quickly. Also, if you're just tuning in, I've made some modifications here. Thank you. Oh yeah, still alive and still yourself, that's good to hear. Yeah. You know, that's as much as you can hope for. Probably. But it's good to hear. Good to hear from you. So yeah, what we're doing now, we're in the caves beneath Joppa, and we're going down to find the underground river. And this is also, again, these are procedurally generated, but those stairs will always be here. So we will always find the stairs down and up. Usually, sometimes weird things happen, but usually. What I'm also doing here, there are dread roots around. Some of them can be harvested for the tubers, and some of them can't, and I'm just going to destroy them, which gives them also a drop chance for that tuber. Oh, Jesus! What are you? There's Templars. Christ, okay. That's a bit of a thing. That's one of the things down here. You can run into some weird stuff. Let me see. It's counted as tough, but I think these are just squires, so yeah, I might be able to. So we're going to put this into horn. If it's just squires, I can deal with them with this character. We're going to see. So what do we have? We have steel boots. I like that. The steel plate mail we cannot use. The shield I won't use. And this is a carbide longsword. I'm going to get that just for trade value. Because these little, like these swords that are a bit higher level, they trade well. They trade for a pretty penny. And by penny, I mean dram of water. Let's equip the chrome revolver for the time being. I already had that for a while. And we're going to equip the steel boots. That's going to do a number on our dodge value. And also, we're not going to get all the armor from it, because it's going to be averaged between our sets of legs, of which we have multiple. Okay, where are the other Templars? Again, they just seem to have been squires, which means, you know, that they are the low-level Templars. That, oh, jeebus. Okay. Okay, the robot thing is fighting up here. Do you get destroyed? Okay, there's some stuff going on here. But you can also run into nastier stuff here. But still, we need to be super careful about these. I need to kind of be fighting them one-on-one, if anything. I'm destroying the plants here, because they may... Oh, jeez. Oh. I got impaled by a thing. A young ivory. Which are some particularly nasty plants that hang around here. Yeah, I'm destroying the plants just to try to harvest their fruit, essentially. Yeah, if this is just low-level Templars, we are okay. Where are the other ones? Did they get killed by something? But that's unlikely. That is strange. But okay. Where did they go? There's nothing here that could have killed them. Did the robot thing teleport them away? The... what was it called? Interlocutor? No, it's a different thing. Huh. Okay, I mean, at least we killed one of them. The Templars are the evil ones. They are the fascists. The human supremacists, I guess. They're all about purity of blood and that kind of bullshit. They are the villain faction. Okay, so we have some bullskin gloves. We're going to equip them. See, this is kind of good to get an initial set of equipment, essentially. And there's also some creatures down here that give us, again, some decent experience. We're 4 strata deep, so this should be where the river is. It's just something that you find out over time. Okay. Alright, good. You know, like those centipedes. At the level we are at just now, they give us like 125 experience, which is good. There's an odd trinket and a pestle, so this is the mortar? No, it's a compass bracelet. Let's equip that. That makes it less likely to get lost. It's reduced by 10%, so it's not much, but it is something. And getting lost is a real hassle in this game. So yeah. We're level 6. Here we go. So, Carapace goes to form. This is advanced by 3. That essentially means we get 3 extra points. So every 5 levels that happens, we can do that to 1 mutation. And we get 3 extra points, and that also increases the maximum. You know, these all cap at 10, but this increases the maximum by those 3. So this can go up to 13 now. So part of building your character is always to you know, figure out what you want to spend these on. An engraved two-handed longsword. Here we go. We discovered the location of something. This gave us the location of the historic site, and also a piece of information on the sultan called Qud. So engraved and painted are item modifiers that can just happen on any item, and they give you sultan information, and sometimes will contain the location of a historic site. Right, so let me see. Chronology. Yeah, this is the water rituals that we did. And this is the location of Sava that we found. But we have a little photo of us finding that down here when we were looking at the item. Yeah, so this is Qud. They stumbled upon a clan of worms performing a secret ritual. Jesus Christ. Reading has become a problem. Because of his reputation for murdering someone by wiring her to hundreds of logic gates. Wow, wow, wow. That's unhinged. That is some... Wow. They accepted him into their fold and taught him their secrets. So the worms were pretty into that, huh? Wow, we are discovering some sick stuff here. So that sultan killed a woman by wiring her to logic gates. I don't know how exactly the killing works in that way, but it sounds very problematic and painful. So, yeah. But the worms were like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. See, that's one of the beauties of this game. This is generated text, right? But you get these wild stories out of them. You know, this is just something that happened at some point in this world. Maybe, yeah, maybe. That's a cannibal. Killing the cannibal. No intention to be eaten. There's a salt hopper. The salt hopper is actually, when you're starting out, can be kind of can be a little bit of trouble, as well as the slug snouts, these little pigs that shoot at you. With these little pigs, when you're playing a melee character, you have to close the distance as soon as you can, because they will shoot you dead otherwise. Again, we're playing a character that is relatively... you know, we are relatively sturdy already. We're getting a bunch of AV from the carapace. Like, you never find a +5 -2 piece of armor at this stage in the game. Like, it is extremely unlikely. So yeah. Yeah, so now we're in the underground river that leads to Red Rock. We're actually doing the same path that we would take on the overworld, but we're just doing it underground. And I'm exploring these maps in their entirety, you know? Because I want to find all the enemies for this. And there's some good stuff that we can find down here. There's, for example, a corpse, a specific corpse that will be of much use. Okay, we cannot advance these, right? We got that far. So this is now going to go into multiple legs to get our move speed up. I'm actually going to put some points into, some more points into multiple legs, not just when I cannot do these, but since we can't put points into Spiral Horn for the time being, we're going to put them in, you know, we have excess points essentially, because this has been increased, and there's always a cap on how high a mutation can go, depending on your level. So that is that. There's another slug snout here, but we surprised it. That's good. Alright. And again, we have a decent amount of AV at this point. We have an AV of 9. There's a steel dagger here. We're not really getting much use out of the daggers. You know, I have a dagger in my hand right now, but we don't have any multi-weapon fighting thing going on. There's a leather whip down here. Maybe Indy has died somewhere around here. Oh, we found a weird artifact. Let's check this out. Stun rod. Okay, it's a good old stun rod. But there's actually a cell in it. Let's check out the cell. We found 2 stun rods, actually. That's a chem cell. Very low, but that's fine. I did not actually give Argive the knickknacks. That's okay. Doesn't matter. We're going to do that once we are back in Joppa. You know, the stun rods that we found, we can also use those. And other things. So here we have the nullworms and the eyeless crabs. Eyeless crabs are armored pretty heavily. As you can see, you know, the penetration roll didn't work because, you know, they have pretty high AV. So, yeah. It's still like, it is high enough that we can murder them. It's no problem, but it sometimes takes a while. Oh, what's that? Is that a plated nullworm? Oh, they have a different... Like, before the plated nullworms looked the same as the normal nullworms, but now they have a little extra tile. And they look great. They actually look plated. Ah, I love it. Basically like nullworms, but... Also, I have not been getting skills. I completely forgot about that. That's what you tune in for, pro gaming. We're gonna have to get some skills. So, let's see. We're going to do a lot of short blading. So we're going to do that. The question is, am I going to do multi-weapon fighting? Or am I going to... Since we do short blades, multi-weapon actually makes sense. We could also do single weapon and just use the horn. Melee attacks always penetrate 1 extra time. That's also pretty good. We could also just use the horn. Then we lose some synergy with some of these here, like jab. Yeah. That is very well put. I kind of gave up on that, you know. The getting skills thing. That's just over. I might actually go for... I like single weapon fighting. But I never really went for that. Like, this just gives us... mostly gives us enhanced... chances of hitting with offhand weapons, which is also nice. But should we do single horn fighting? Let's do single horn fighting. Whenever you score a critical hit with a melee weapon while single weapon fighting, the cooldowns of up to 2 random weapon or shield skills are immediately refreshed. This loses us, again, some synergy with short blade. So jab is offhand stuff. for example. Let me just think. Shank is also offhand, right? Oh no, it's primary also. So yeah, that's fine. Primary hand. I think it's just jab. So that's okay. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get cooking and gathering. This allows us to cook and get buffs from it and gather ingredients and all that kind of thing. We already have harvestry from it because we learned that in Joppa. This allows us to butcher corpses into meat, which we're gonna do. I always get all of these. We might not need to do that just now, right now, but I always get all of these. But we have acrobatics, which that gives us a bonus to our dodge value, just permanent. Gain a bonus to your dodge value when flinching away from missile attacks, which is good. Jump and tumble. Let me see. Yeah, juke is also pretty good. Juke will give us free attacks. And that also, what was that? Yeah, that also synergizes with pointed circle. Yeah, right. Juke in combination with pointed circle gives us a free attack. Juke is, let me see, where was that? Is that tactics? Yeah, that's in tactics. We can get that. It's 200 SP, so it's a lot. You move one square at no action cost. And you can swap with hostile enemies. So we get that. With jump, with tumble, we get a bonus to dodge value and less cooldown with juke. And with pointed circle, we also do a free attack that does not cost us a turn. Right? And if we have bloodletter, it will cause them to bleed as well. So, yeah, see how that synergizes? That's pretty good. We're going to get all of that. We're not going to get jab, but we're going to go for single weapon fighting. So I'm just going to already get that, which will give us opportune attacks. Which will, yeah. Refresh cooldown. We're going to get bloodletter as well. 75% chance to cause your opponent to bleed, which is good. Jab we're not going to get. Rejoinder is also nice. When an opponent misses you with a melee attack. Once our dodge value is going to go back up. Yeah, we're also going to get free attacks from that. Once we get to the higher level stuff, it becomes less heavy and less encumbering. So that's good. So let's get that. The rest, let's get Spicer. And that is that. Okay. Alright. My spiral horn was cracked. Oh no. I think that heals after a while. I don't remember what cracked actually means in that way. Oh yeah, it's an armor thing. So I think it has less AV for the time being. Yeah, that's what cracked is. I think it's a cudgel skill that does that. Let me see. Bludgeon? No, that's dazing. I think it is one of them. Yeah. Or maybe not. I don't know. Slam? No, I don't know. Or it's maybe something that all cudgels do. Might have been that. Again, haven't really played this game in a long time. So, bear with me on that. Regaining my bearings. Oh, there's a small gold-flecked tube, which is an injector. With shade oil. Okay, nice. Injectors are basically what potions are in other RPGs. Except they are not something you drink. They are something you inject. So, we have a bunch of additional options here. We can use ingredients to cook now. We're not going to do that just yet. But, we can also use the dilute salt around here. Interesting. Let's whip up a meal for the time being. And these ingredients will bestow certain effects. And we can create recipes, stuff like that. So there are some really good ones that we can get at some point. So cooking and gathering is basically a must for every character. Like, there's never a character where I don't max out that tree. It's one of those things that is always useful. It's not essential, but by not being essential, it is basically essential, you know? Level 8. Okay, here we go. So we have another thing here that's going to go into Carapace to further improve our armor. Doesn't actually improve our armor just now, just does it every few. Maybe the dodge value penalty does not actually go down. I don't remember. Maybe it does at some point, but yeah. So we're getting, yeah, 6 AV next time, which is very good. All right. I do like the missile effects that are in the... Oh, hey, hello. Disliked by oozes, hated by some villagers. Oh yeah, becoming friends with oozes is actually kind of good. We're now despised by snapjaws, that is fine. Yeah. We are, like, oozes still hate us. But, you know, they are kind of like, hey, you know, this guy killed the snapjaw that we hated. Maybe he isn't that bad, but we still hate him. You know, word travels fast. I'm doing 1.0 for the first time. I've talked about that in the beginning, but I did not have a computer for like 2 months. So I couldn't really stream, and I couldn't really play Caves of Qud when it came out. That was very inopportune. My computer was getting very long in the tooth, and it broke again in a way that wasn't trivial to fix. So I decided I'm going to actually build a new computer. Just build myself a new big fuck off gaming PC, which I did, but I actually had to wait a bit, or not had to wait, but I decided to wait a bit until sort of, you know, we're just on the cusp of sort of the next generation of stuff coming out. So I waited a bit until the Ryzen 9800 X3D, that processor, became more widely available for a normal price, and it did. So that's when that happened, I was like, okay, now I'm going to build the computer. I don't have a graphics card yet. Like, I did everything from scratch. You know, the next generation of graphics cards are also just on the cusp of happening. So I will wait a little bit until those come out, and then I will decide what I'm gonna get there. I've just put in my old 1060 in here, which now means that this computer has a very sort of lopsided power thing going on. So everything is kind of actually pretty high-end and pretty powerful, except for that's the corpse. The ancient bones. So that is a corpse that you... Oh, let's talk about the PC real quick. It's kind of lopsided. So once all the new stuff is going to come out, I'm going to decide on what graphics card I'm going to put in here. But other than that, I got a pretty decent computer now, which is pretty good for streaming, actually. So that's nice. So I'm going to use that big fuck off gaming PC to play Caves of Qud. You know, that's what you do. That's the move. That's what you call the pro gamer move here. So now I have a computer again. So that meant that I couldn't actually play Caves of Qud 1.0 when it came out. Right? So I played a lot. I played a lot in early access. In case you don't know me, I played a lot of Caves of Qud in early access. I streamed this game a whole bunch, like hundreds and hundreds of hours of Caves of Qud playing. My Steam counter says 800 hours, but I played a bunch of this game before it came to Steam, when it was still an ASCII roguelike. So that's also added to that. So lots of Caves of Qud playing, and then. You know, I was like, okay, when 1.0 comes out, I took a longer break of playing this game because I was kind of in a rut with it. I finished sort of all the early access content multiple times, and then I was like, yeah, I kind of lost interest a bit. I was like, okay, I'm going to take a longer break, and when 1.0 comes out, I'm going to get back into it. And then 1.0 came out when I was without computer. So that's that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm playing I have my new computer now. Just finished building it 2 days ago. And it works, everything is good, it runs like a charm. You know? And now I can play this game. Now I can play 1.0. And so this is actually my first time playing 1.0. And yeah. My goal is obviously to finish the main quest, but I'm not optimizing towards that. So so the build I'm playing right now is probably not going to be super viable for the end game. It's just kind of fun. So that's how I'm starting out with this. Like, I'm not rushing it. But, you know? I'm going to try to finish the main quest. Definitely. With every character. That's always the goal. But again, I'm going to be pretty chill about this. My goal is actually to play a bunch of different characters. And, you know, do stuff that I normally didn't do. Like, I'm going to play mental mutation characters again. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to just try different things. I'm probably going to try to actually get into Truekin again over my time streaming this game. I never went into Truekin. I never really played Truekin. I always played mutated humans. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for following me on YouTube, Aquarius Sabotage. And thanks for hanging out in the stream. I might actually at some point try to do the multi-streaming thing, but it's not really like to also stream to YouTube, but your kind of power move. Wait until Path of Exile 2 Early Access came out and went back to playing the first one after at least 7 years of non-playing. Indeed. So yeah, I had basically sort of a year break in playing Caves of Qud. Like, I only sporadically played this, like very sporadically. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I post to YouTube afterwards. So good, yeah. I was trying to do them, but it's such a hassle, you know, like multi-streaming. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to do it at some point, but for now it's fine. Like most of my audience is on YouTube, but I don't like streaming to YouTube, so I don't know. Maybe I'm going to do a multi thing at some point, but no promise or anything. And I'm always going to post the VODs on YouTube, of course. have to be careful not to hit the gnoos. What do we have here? Carbide longsword. Yeah, we're gonna pick it up for trade value. Again, I've not actually checked what Argive has, by the way. I need to do that. Kill that puma. These are actually kind of troublesome at this point. But they're fighting the gnoos. This is kind of a thing that happens here. It makes you anxious? Why does it make you anxious? Because you might actually finish it now and be done with it. I'm never going to be done with it, even if I finish it. Like, I've accepted at this point that I'm probably always going to play Caves of Qud in some form or another. Even once I'm sort of done with the game, I'll probably just dabble back into it. Oh yeah, don't know what character build you want to make to finish the game. Yeah, that's the solution that I found for myself here is I'm not going to rush it. You know, I'm just going to take this as a fresh start. I'm not going to... Like, if I just wanted to finish the game, I know what build I know what build I'm going to take. I would take for that. You know? Like, I have a bunch of builds that I've basically made unstoppable. If that is still possible, actually. I don't actually know. Now that I think about it. They might have changed a lot of stuff for 1.0. I'm not sure. This is something I want to figure out. You know? I'm not going to read up on builds, essentially. I'm just going to play this. I'm just going to take it chill. And just play all kinds of different things. Just however I feel like it. You know, play different characters. I'm not going to go for, again, optimizing for survivability. I'm just going to do whatever I like, essentially. You know, this sounds fun. I'm just going to play this for a while, you know. Just kind of rewind the clock a little bit before I sort of... That's one of the things, again, when you play a game for hundreds and hundreds of hours, at some point you become kind of mechanical about it. Or like I did with this game. And that sort of in the late stages of streaming early access, that actually put me in a bit of a rut. You know, I was mostly only playing the electrical generation character anymore. Sort of the, hey, electrical generation and power my weapons and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, that's a lot of fun. That works very well. But, you know, maybe at some point I'm going to play that character again. I'm definitely going to play that character again. You know, I know how to get that character to a point where you're like smoking everything for breakfast. And that's fun. And also a few different builds like that I know are pretty good. But this definitely right here, sort of the horned chimera, the horned tortoise, is not a build that is probably able to get to that point, you know. And that is fine. I just wanted to play it like this for a while. So we're probably going to die at some point. Once we get to some nastier stuff, definitely. But... oh, Jesus! Okay, oh, there's a glow moth. Oh, Jesus. Okay, that is a bit of a problem. Maybe I'm going to die here. How about that? So I'm confused, but I've healed a little bit. Very good. And just in my confused, dazed state, ran away. Yeah, just being in the open with the glow moth and no cover at this point of the game. Oh no, I think it's a slug snout actually that do. I think we had a glow moth and a slug snout. Yeah, almost got myself killed there. Just did not pay sufficient attention. Did salvage it, but that could have been it. Oh, that's good. Awesome. I like it. But yeah, you know, I'm going to take it chill. I'm going to take my time with finishing this game. Don't need to do it as quickly as possible. I will do it. I will finish. I do want to see where this game goes now. I do want to see the full main quest. Like, I stopped playing this game when the Tomb of the Eaters was the finishing point. From what I gather, there's a bunch of stuff after that now, so yeah. Maybe also before that, by the way. I don't know when all the main quest stuff happens, but you know, I never did any of the Moonstair stuff that came in. And there's a bunch of stuff that came in later. And again, I finished the Tomb of the Eaters quite a few times, but I'm actually... You never got to the tomb. Ah. There we go. Now we are at Red Rock. Get a corpse. Ah, the Gaia what? The white. They are not. They're not hostile. Interestingly enough, usually they are hostile. It's a two-handed carbide longsword. A figure is marked by star orchid robes as a votary of the Gaia and reveler in the metamorphic inhuman. Nails filth black flash from out her sleeve. In a gesture poem to say that plague is but transmutation. Death is the ladder to life. The existence of children proves the prelacy of raw growth. A rank and acrid smell clings to her. Oof. Oof. That is some prose, folks. So we're going to murder this. Rank fangs. Those, huh? Is that a weapon? Short blade. Is that a face weapon? Where can we... Yeah, it's a face weapon. Interesting. That is new. I've never seen that. Reputation with the Gersh. Short blade. They're slick with a film of bubbling death sludge. I don't know if I want to put that in my face. You know? To poison, disease, and rust on hit. Wow, that's awesome. But, I don't think you know, since I'm doing single weapon fighting, that's not a question anyways. But I don't know if I want to put that on my face. These spitting vines are kind of preventing me from resting as they're hitting close to me. Yeah, the Tomb of the Eaters is an awesome dungeon. I wonder if they did something with it, if they changed it in any ways. I really like that. It's stressful, but I really liked it. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm really excited to play this as a completed game now. Let's just put it like that. Okay, so, kind of forgot about this again. So let's finish out the cooking tree, because we always do that. Weapon expertise. Yeah, let's do that. Can I actually... Can I actually say... How do I prevent it from using offhand? It was the last dungeon in early access for a while. I don't know if they've added things after that. There was actually an ending. When you finish the Tomb of the Eaters, there was an ending that you could come back from, actually. Like, you could decide to remain in the world, but this is where the game actually can end. So you can actually finish the game there. Or you could. I don't know if that is still the case. So again, I don't know how the main quest stuff now works. If the Tomb of the Eater is still the end, or if they have put stuff after that. I don't know. I'm going to figure out. If you do know, if anybody in the chat does know, please do not tell me. I want to figure that out myself. And also in the YouTube comments, no. No spoilers, please. But yeah, it used to be that. I don't know if it still is that, you know? My torch ran out. Let me see. Does having the skill... Does having the skill prevent me from using offhand? How? I don't remember how that works. May choose not to make offhand attacks in exchange for mastery of the... The question is, does this already prevent this? Right? Because I do have... Like, the fist counts as a weapon. Is that an ability? Single weapon fighting... that's how it works. I remember. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Salubrious. Yeah, it's a toggled skill. Alright, good. You don't make offhand attacks, so we do have that active. Good. Thank you. I just figured it out just as you were saying it. Thank you so much. All right. Also, hello, Salubrious. Okay, let me see. So we have weapon expertise now. We need to make a second attack for free, yeah. Yeah, the way it's phrased remind me. Yeah. So it used to be in the end of the Tomb of the Eaters that you make a choice, essentially, to end the game there or to not. I'm not going to go into details there because, you know, that would be a spoiler. We need to figure this out. What's that actually? Physic. What the heck? That's new. Ah, that's the... Ah. Oh. Ah. I sound like a... I don't know. That's cool. That's intelligence, huh? So you can treat bleeding, poison, illness, and disease onset for you and your companions at a campfire. That's new. I like that. How much intelligence? Yeah, we have 19. We're gonna get to 21 at some point. That might be pretty useful. Wow. No, I should actually look at stuff. Staunch wounds, yeah, that's stopping bleeding, that's good. Amputate a limb. You can voluntarily amputate your own limbs and the limbs of infected companions, so that's how you can get rid of fungus as well. You just need to find a way to regrow it, like in Uber Nostrum, for example. Healing tonics you apply last an extra round. That's also nice, but yeah, 23 intelligence, you actually need to kind of build towards it. Like you have to actually put points into intelligence to get that. 21 we're gonna get by just leveling up, I think. Maybe not. Maybe we would need to actually put 1 point into it. Okay, so having an additional intelligence is actually good. Yeah, I need to keep that in mind. Just to get nostrums. Nostrums is good. I know there's other ways to do it, but like once I get another attribute point, I might actually put that into intelligence. Because that's going to be the next non-distributable point is going to go into intelligence, right? Or did it already do it? Or it might have been willpower. What the heck, did all of them increase? All of them increased at some point. It used to just cycle through, but why did I get a skill point in everything? Oh, am I missing something? An attribute, not a skill point, an attribute point. Like I did get an increase of all attributes. That's wild. +1 all every 6 levels. That is a change. That wasn't like, am I crazy now? Like that didn't used to be the case. So it used to be like after 3 levels, you know, every 3 levels. Yeah, right. Like it used to just cycle through. I totally missed that this changed. Oh, that makes it. That's a different story now. Okay, good. So I might not actually need to put that point in. So we're gonna get that anyways. I think I might want to have this before Golgotha. Wow, intriguing stuff. I didn't know. That's something I did not know. See? I'm figuring out the game out anew. Well, that changes a lot of things. That makes some things much more achievable than before. Like getting some extra skills that you would just have missed out on before. Huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's see how that impacts. I'm gonna have to see how that impacts character building now. But yeah, that kind of means that we can get a bunch of stuff that we... Let's get the basic toolkit. Do we already have one? Yeah, we already had one. That's fine. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, then let's go up here. I'm just doing that to fight some more jilted lovers and... I mean, that will cost us a bunch of skill points, actually, to get all of this stuff. And we do need to get some tinkering. We do need to... yeah. But still. I think that's going to be useful. Oh. We might not need to actually max out, like it's, yeah, we might not need to actually max out some things. It's fine. Oh, we have a new quest. Dana neighborhood. Okay. We found another historic site. We actually got the quest for the artifact in there. There's a weird artifact in here. That's a defoliant grenade. Okay. Fractured microscope. Ah, water skin with water. That's good. Again, we're using more water with this character. So I'm actually, like, I'm carrying 133 drams now. Oh, there's a sun and moon mask. You know what? Let's use that. There's the jilted lovers. Jilted lovers, when you kill them, there's a relatively low chance for them dropping a lover's blossom. And the lover's blossom is nice, because you need to use that to tinker up an Uber Nostrum injector. And an Uber Nostrum injector is what you use to regrow limbs. So, you know, useful thing. For example, if we need to get rid of a fungus infection. As long as it's not on the head. I think you can chop off your face probably. But your head, that will be trouble. I know that you can slice off faces in this. You can wear other people's faces on yours. I know that because I've done that. Take that out of context, will you? Okay. Yeah, we don't need to... Okay. That's an Issachar rifle, I'm going to get that. Keep in mind to destroy all the dreadwoods that we come across. The dreadwood tubers you need to build thingamabobs. You know? Salve injectors. They're useful to have, so there's that. Need to find a banana first though. And get some tinkering skills actually. So tinkering, we already know tinkering, right, scavenger. I need to get disassemble to get rid of all the scrap. And we're going to get Tinker 1. That might be enough. We don't have electrical generation, so the deploy turret thing is not that vital. So we're going to get disassemble. Yeah, disassemble and Tinker 1. I think that's enough. I just want to be able to modify. I don't need to build that many things, and like the injectors should all be Tinker 1, I believe. Yeah. Oh my god, this is all very good. We're gonna get to one of these, definitely. But yeah, physic. You know what, I might as well just get this for now. Alright, let's go back to Joppa, finally. Took me a long time to do. Red Rock. Alright, just quickly check my phone. If anything's the matter. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Okay. Yeah, I do have to work a late shift today. So. Okay. This. Oh. Elder Irodat pauses for several minutes. Watered leg, foul smell of sour gum, moon and sun. A Gershling? This is a Gershling. Creature of plague, friend. This one. This one covered in slick and muscled out of the bilge hose of sleeping Agalgar. This one covered in slick and muscled out the bilge hose of sleeping Agalgard in the cave under the cloaca. But here, Gershling this far west? There must be hundreds for one to reach. Does the Gaia widen again? Plagues of our great-grandsires many times over, salt, darkness, Swardim frog, Gershling. Friend, do not like to sour the air with a harsh word, but this tiding bites my liver like acid. Musk asked Nima for an elixir of yuckweed. There was a strange figure shadowing the creature. Oh, in dyed robes, flashing gestures of hand, and ranting about pipe milk, A Gaia White must be. They about worship the Gersh Nephilim as gods. Gersh Nephilim? Nephilim, 7th plague. Gersh titans born on the Moonstare and quickened to life to eat our young. Yeah, that's all the Moonstare stuff, huh? Sultan Resheth drove them back a chilliad ago, away to slumber. Do they rouse? That's what Resheth is all about, huh? I noticed the creature has had its fangs removed. Oh, a Gaia White must be. They bind the teeth right up to their own gums to make a show for the Gersh Nephilim. I'm sorry to cause pain, Elder. No, friend. Your findings rich in value to us. We are poor farmers and sharpen our vine reapers is all we can do, but others, perhaps more. Take these prickly boons as thanks. I will not soon forget this. Leave me now to muse kindly. Okay. I think this will continue at some point. Right? I think this is something that came in. Like, that used to not be in the game. This used to just be, you get the Gershling stuff, and then afterwards there was kind of nothing more about it. That was kind of sort of a dead end. But I think this now actually goes somewhere. Okay, so let's go to Argy. Argy Bargy. Here's your knick-knack. What are we gonna give? Do we have to give him another knick-knack? We're gonna find more grenades, it's fine. Impressive, you. Maybe you're fit to poke around my workshop and swap scrap with me. I've been wanting another apprentice, so unfortunate about scrap, what with the disembowelment and all. Take a seat there. Now to screw the nut on the bolt with an explanation. I'm on the cusp, you see, a grand discovery. The weird wire conduit is near assembled, and once it is, we'll be able to chat with anyone in instant time, from here to the id freehold. But before I can finish, I need wire, as much as you can find, at least 200 feet. Should be able to scavenge it from the rust wells, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the rust wells. We're gonna go to the rust wells. Alright, before we do anything else, let's trade, see what you have. Okay, some cool things, but, okay, so these are cybernetics, in all likelihood. The data disks, there's nothing here that I would want. I'm all about... I mean, this is fun, but we're not going to be able to afford it. Maybe we're going to find some of them, so that's all okay. Structural scanning bracelet is fun. But, yeah. Whatever. It's fine. Where was the other one? I think over here, right? Are you here? Yes, here you are. Beep, boop, beep. Let me see what you have. You still have gesticulating. I might just get that. I think I'm just gonna get that. Because why the heck not? Okay, there is a stun rod with something in it still. We don't need the dagger. We don't need the weapons, basically. So we're just going to get rid of these. Just to ungunk our inventory. We don't need the cybernetic credits, actually. The rifle I'm going to keep for the time being. There's neck rings. They're not bloodstained anymore. I think they're just bloodstained if they are actually bloodstained, which is cool. The Gershling corpse we can get rid of now. We do have a Lover's Blossom, so that will allow us to make an Uber Nostrum injector. We have 23 Dreadwood tubers. We're going to have to drop them off somewhere around here. Yeah, let's get rid of this too. Can I... No. cannot take out the campsite just now, but it's fine. We don't need that campsite anyways. It's fine. Okay. Yes. Let's complete the trade. Here we go. And now we have all this stuff. Good. So we have that data disk. We cannot learn that just yet. Is that that's Tinker 1? Yeah. Gesticulating can be fun. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to use this, but gives us a bunch of additional strength. If we don't need to have the floating nearby slot, we don't need it for the floating glow spheres because we don't need our hands, right? That's the thing. We don't need, because we have this, we don't need our hands, and since we're single weapon fighting, so we don't need the floating glow sphere. Later on, there's some floating nearby stuff that is good. That's good to have. But now, right now, I don't know. Probably not. Yeah. We definitely need to get disassembled. We have way too much scrap. I'm going to deposit some stuff in here. Like all the scrap for now. So we can disassemble it later. So let's put that scrap here. And I'm going to deposit the Lover's Blossom and the Dreadroot Tubers. They're going to come into play later. Not right now. Yeah. Okay, good. Fantastic. So, quest. Yeah, let's do the weird wire conduit now. Let's see if we can actually find the apprentice, by the way. I think if we... Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, that's the mushroom. How about not? Yeah, maybe we're not gonna find the apprentice. That's okay. Let's light a torch. We're in the desert canyon. It's not gonna be super useful to draw through them on foot, but you know, like, oh, there are some stairs here. But let's just do that. So the thing, I'm always doing before we do anything else. Oh yeah, I'm a tortoise myself. I have a carapace. So the tortoises are not actually hostile, which is nice. I always like to do this first, before we actually go out into the world all that much. So here's the kudzus. They can rust our stuff, and that's a hassle. We don't have any sort of vital equipment that would be super bad if it rusted, but still. You know, like our horn and our carapace cannot rust, obviously. It's not out of metal, so we don't need to worry about that all that much. But again, this is still a hassle. Oh yeah, there's actually, I think there's one strand of wire upstairs. I'll just go for that, or there used to be at least. But yeah, I hate these kudzus. Preserve our foods. Let's choose ingredients to cook with. So we can do 3 ingredients. Let's just do a basic meal here. Are we inspired? No, we're not. Okay. Probably on next level up we're gonna be. Alright. Now maybe that isn't still the case. I don't know. Let's see. We're getting the first attack. No, there's no wire up here, huh? Human corpse. Whoever died here. Okay, maybe there's no wire up here now. Maybe we need to go down. Also, this is a slimy one. Oh, maybe it's a normal? No, it's not a slimy biome, so... I don't know. Whatever. I think that's just normal Rustwell gunk. Okay. So that's the hole. Ah, the copper nugget rusted. That's okay. That doesn't really matter. I think it loses its value, but... There's the stairs down, at least. But before we go down, I need to find myself some copper wire. Steel gauntlets. Spike steel gauntlets. Wow. 3 of them even. Yeah, let's use those. At some point we might be able to make them gesticulating. That's a wire strand of 50-foot wire. Nice. Okay, good. So let's go down. I'm not going to jump down. I'm going to take the stairs. Alright. Here we go. Oh no, there's fungus. Nope! We're gonna nope right out of here. I am not interested to run into fungus in these... in this. So we're going to go to a different rust well. Okay, there's some wire up here, but we need the 50. I think none of these are the right ones. These are 1 foot, yeah. Let's quickly explore this. Hey, baboonie. Oh, this is 10. Yeah. Pick those up. Why not? Doesn't matter. We're automatically collecting it. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, buddy. 82 feet. Like, we just need the 50. The 50-foot strands. Otherwise, we're just collecting too much nonsense. But it doesn't really matter. Like, we can carry a lot, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's harvest the dreadroot. Let's just keep harvesting the dreadroots, because why not? We're just collecting that stuff and depositing it in Joppa. Same for the jilted lovers. Don't remember what we need the kudzu stems for, if that is a tinkering recipe. But yeah. Oop. Wow, you are firing on all cylinders. What did we pick up anything? No, that's a compass placement. Okay. Yeah, so let's explore the rest of this. I never liked doing the Rustwell's quest for some reason. I don't know. It's more interesting now. If they've changed the layout of this. But it's still a hassle to explore. I don't know. attacked the trash. I attacked the trash, and the trash won. No, it actually didn't. Okay, so there's the big wire strand with 50. Yeah. Okay, good. Awesome. Let's go down. More fungus. Jesus, what's going on here? Alright, hopefully we can get enough wire without running into more fungus. Okay. Oh, this is Tari. Okay, Tari is okay. I don't mind that. As long as it's not a fungus patch. We're not gonna deal with that. All right. What am I even doing there? No, there's no wire up here. Okay, let's go down. Okay, Rustler. No tar, no fungus. That's okay. I think we just need 50-foot wire strand anymore. So, I think we're probably going to find that here. So let's explore this. Ah, 7-ish drams trade for 1 weight. Okay, yeah, they don't have a tinker use, huh? Okay, I mean that's not that bad actually. I'm just going to sell them. Or not sell them, I'm just going to... Maybe I keep them as trade goods then. Okay. Since we are going to get a lot of strength and we have multiple legs, our carry capacity is going to be pretty decent by the time we're getting higher level. But yeah. Copper nuggets to make up for the one that rusted. Why are you not picking this up? This is the one we need. Okay. Yes, we're gonna go back up. We're done here. Got all the wire. Finished. All right. Here we go. Back to Joppa. We did not get lost. That's good. Oops, I'm famished. Let's go to the oven. Eat fresh apple mets. Not a good recipe, so we're not going to learn it, but why not? All right. Okay, let's deposit some stuff. Okay. And where is it? Oh, we still have weird artifacts, huh? Okay, we have 14 kudzu stems. Well, that's actually worth a lot then. Okay. We got another Lover's Blossom. I didn't even notice. Nice. Okay, good. Fantastic. Love to see it. Okay. Then. Argy Bargy. Oh yeah, the weird artifacts are actually the injectors we got. That's a fix-it spray foam. You always get that. Oh no. That's an iron battle axe. Didn't we not get an Uber Nostrum? Oh, we did get an Uber Nostrum. Okay. Why do I have an iron battle axe? I can actually get rid of that. Have you reset? Yes, you have. Item mod freezing. Don't need it. Gonna get it anyways. Wow, some palladium mesh tabard. Don't know what that actually does. Don't think that might be something that I haven't encountered just yet. Oh no, it's 3.5 drams. Maybe that's a reputation thing. I don't know. I'm still going to get that. We're going to get rid of a bunch of this stuff. One of the basic toolkits. The Iron Battle Axe. There's a chem cell in it, so cool. The SHR rifle we can also use. Oh, this is actually too much. Okay, then like this. Okay, here we go. Always get item mod data disks, essentially. Take the wire. Yes, yes, beautiful wire. Oh, before I forget, I repaired an old recoiler for you. Use it whenever you wish to hop back to Joppa quickly. Now give me a few moments to attach the wire. Now we can recoil to Joppa. Eureka. So, let's get the next quest. It is working! Genius! Genius! Noise in the static. I hear it. I hear... What's this? What is that? Wait. It's repeating itself. It's just mumbling. Apprentice, come here. Something strange is occurring. The conduit is picking up a signal. Some sort of repeating transmission. I cannot decipher it. However, I lack cryptogull eggs and, well, never you mind. I have a great task for you, my apprentice. Do you accept it? That's good. Can I know what it is? Yes, yes. You must seek out Barathrum the Old, the eldest and wisest tinker alive. He lives with his followers, the Barathrumites, under the arch of Gridgate to the northeast, in the jungle-strangled ruins of Qud. He will know what to make of the signal. Who are these Barathrumites? There are our friends. Disciples of Barathrum, mostly Urshib, like their mentor, quilled albino bears who prefer the candle-dim caves to the sun-salted surface of the jungle. 1,000 years ago, Barathrum and his kin crossed the Homs Delta into the rusting heart of Qud. He has spent centuries peeling the chrome shells of time's artifacts in his workshop. If he cannot decipher the signal, no one can. I accept this task, Argive. Splendid, perfect. Let me record the signal to disk, which you'll need to guard with your life, I'm afraid. I'll rig up a droid scrambler for you too. You see, the Barathrumites have programmed a troop of way droids to guard the approach to Gridgate. With a scrambler, you'll needn't worry about them. Wait there. Yeah, so they won't be hostile to us. Here you are. No, go. Off with you. May you live long enough to do my bidding. Way away. Yes, we got the quest. And now the game begins. Can actually pick up the scrap here. Okay. Yeah, now the game begins, essentially. We've done all the preliminaries. Okay. Let's drop all of this stuff. And then we're gonna go out into the world. We do have the Joppa recoiler now. With a chem cell in it, so we can use it to recoil once. That is okay. And we're gonna do what I always like to do. We're gonna go into the underground for a little bit before we actually make the trek to Gridgate. So I'm not going to read out all the stuff for every run, obviously. Like for this first one, and whenever we encounter something for the first time, I will read it out, essentially. And maybe after we've not seen it in a long time. You know, like I'm in here probably for the long haul, so yeah. Also, I'm not going to only stream Caves of Qud, by the way. I've decided on that. You know, that's a trap I've sometimes fallen into. I will do other stuff as well. I might do a thing where when I stream, I start with Caves of Qud, playing it for a while, and then continue with something else. I have some plans. I have, you know, like a hobby of mine is to play around with old hardware and stuff. So I have like a Windows 98 PC here. And I like to do like old game stuff. Yeah, finished Star Control would be another thing. Yeah, I have to actually, that will take me some time to get into. But that's one of the things that will be part of that. If I still have my save, jeez, I don't. Yeah, I should still have my save. Yeah, I still have that hard drive. But ooh, carbide hammer. But yeah, I actually do have. I've got some stuff now to be able to actually record from old hardware pretty well. So I have a kind of a setup with a I've got myself a decent capture card, like one of the Elgato things that are pretty good, like HD whatever 4K things. So I can use that to record stuff now from other devices and stream from them. And you know, I have a bit of a setup. I'm using an OSSC to get a good clean. Oh, the Mimic and the Madpool. Let me get that. Thanks. We might read in that for a bit at some point. Maybe not now. But yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I can stream essentially from my old computers now. So right now I have a Windows 98 machine set up here. And I plan to do some stuff with that. It works pretty well. Like, the OSSC gives me a clean digital signal that I can feed into the capture card, and it actually comes out looking pretty good. So, yeah. I'm not using a RetroTink, I'm using the OSSC, because I need that VGA in. And the only RetroTink that does that is the Urchin Belcher figurine. Yeah, I'll take it. The only RetroTink that does that is the RetroTink 4K, and that thing is wildly expensive. To the point where I definitely cannot justify that. But the OSSC is pretty decent, like it works pretty well for that. It's not that great for like DOS stuff. If I were to use a DOS computer, that's not amazing. No, there's no other way. But I'm kind of planning a project with that. Let's see where that goes. Not saying anymore. But yeah, but that gives me a good way to actually record like old hardware now, as well as consoles, and you know, not a big console person, so that's maybe not going to be a thing. But there's not really. This has always been PC land here. Is there a way to go into the underground? Yes, over here. Okay. One thing that was just a dead end. Okay. But yeah, you know, my channel has always been Caves of Qud, roguelikes, and also old PC game stuff. And I intend to continue that. To have that be the two things. But yeah, let's see where that goes. Like, the first thing I need to do is to actually get into a habit of streaming again. Thank you. I'm glad to hear it. What's that? That's a love injector. Let's get that. We have a leather cloak that we can equip. We have leather boots with cleats. We don't have anything on our hind feet, so we're going to use that. There's another chrome revolver that we can use in our offhand. A jewel-encrusted short bow. It's not worth that much because the short bow itself is not worth that much, so yeah, that's gonna be that. But yeah, I've done some tests, some recording tests, and it works really well. Oh, there's a bone worm here. Where are you? Should be around here somewhere. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? kind of stopped. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, that should be fun. Like, that's always been the thing, like recording from actual hardware is something I wanted to do for a while. And yeah. There's some stuff going on here. Well killed. Yeah, there's a mummified corpse. What did we get? A salve injector? A gemstone? Yeah, the rest we don't need. Do we get... Oh, I leveled up at some point and I did not notice. That's... I think... No. Cannot do that yet, so this is gonna go into multiple legs again. Nice. We have some skill points here. I'm going to put that into disassemble. To be able to disassemble. To get ourselves some scrap. Not notes, I want to disassemble. Oh, I pressed N instead of M. Happens, okay. The SHR rifle, sure, why not? We do have the kit, which is good. The toolkit means we get more stuff out of it. That's a booster gun. Oh yeah, we can shoot darts with it. Okay. The yonder brush. It actually teleported us, but just like 2 tiles away, so... Yeah, so I'm pretty motivated right now to, again, do more with the channel. I hope I can keep this up. Essentially what I need to do is, I need to kind of... Even when I'm like tired from work and stuff, I need to just do it anyways. You know? Even if it's just like for an hour or 2. That's kind of my plan. And even if it's like not gonna be, you know, like I'm doing like my style of streaming is pretty chill anyways, so I think it should be okay. I will have to stop pretty soon, though, today, because, again, I work a late shift today. I need to get some food and get a little bit of rest before I need to go work. Problem is, because I work shifts, I cannot really commit to a fixed schedule for streaming. So, yeah, but we're gonna see where that goes. Okay, that's a rifle turret tinker, sure. Might be more turrets over there. That means stuff shooting. Yeah, that's rifle turrets. There we go. Yeah, we're not good at shooting just yet. We might get some basic, like, shooting skills. We definitely need that at some point. Because it is... Yeah, just relying on melee is not a good idea, probably. So, yeah. Not probably, I know that it is not a good idea. So, definitely need to do something about that. Ooh, there's a... Dervish of the Sightless Way. Can I take you down? Yeah, I can. Okay. They are dangerous, we need to be careful about that. I mean, it's just a normal dervish, but still. Okay, there's definitely, yeah, there's a worm nest here. Okay. So what do you have? You have an herberry. Let me get that. Folded carbide wrist blade, but it's psionic, so... Psionic means it scales with ego. Yeah. Not with strength. So that's not really useful for us. If you're playing a mental mutation character, which you use ego for, then it becomes very useful indeed. That's like a good set of weapons then for you to use, in addition to your mental mutations. Again, until you hit the caps, I guess. What do we have here? This is why this is useful, like going in the underground, right? You find these corpses with fun things on them. Why? What? Don't know what it was actually hinting at there. First thistles. Have to be careful about these again because we're using more water because we're amphibious. Okay. It feels good to play this game again. Let me just say that. It feels good to, you know, just kind of do this from scratch. I need to be careful about my torches actually. Would be a good idea to find a glow sphere. And maybe we can actually find one on one of these corpses. There's an aggle maggot. Be careful about the gas. Oop. There we go. But yeah, let's see. Would definitely like to find a glow sphere down here, especially because the light radius of the torches is kind of pitiful. And again, you use them up, which is not fun. You used to be able, there was a period where you could always buy a glow sphere from the warden in Joppa. But they kind of they removed that at some point, which is probably better. So now you actually need to use the torches for a bit, and the glow sphere is actually an upgrade. But you used to be able to do that. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything really interesting around here. It's a very empty cave. There's some trash here that we can rifle through, so why not? We're still in this, you know... Oh, Jesus! Shit. Oh no, I stepped into the giant clam. Oh no, I'm way downstairs here. I need to be super careful. This is high level area. Okay. Palladium Reef. I need to get out of here. We're going to use the Joppa recoiler. I forgot that that's what they do. We are somewhere. Okay, we're back. Good. Hey. Let's disassemble all of my stuff. All right. Good. Jeez, that was a bit scary. The question is... You know what? We might do a little bit of underground stuff from here. Just to be in a bit of a different area. Can we leave this? No, not from here. Oops, I'm famished. I should know. I'm inspired actually, so I should actually create some recipes soon. Stairway down. Yeah, we can just go south, but maybe we can actually... Let me see, does this open? Yeah, this opens to the left. To the west, and not the left. My geography teacher would have murdered me for that. Literally. Just straight up killed me. Okay. Trash monk. It's just a good word. Trash monk. Alright. Oh, that's a turret. We gained a level. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's just a general increase. You know? At level 12. All of the... Everything just went up one. That is crazy. Wow, that changes stuff. Okay. Let's do horn, then. Yeah, carbide dagger. Nice, but not for us. I might get the dagger because it just weighs 1. And we're going to disassemble the musket and the bent metal sheet. Okay. So at 18, we're gonna get another general attribute point. So then we can actually do the... then we can actually get the thing. The thingamabob, you know? Nostrums. But until then, let's see. Single weapon fighting. So we need 200 for this. I actually want that. I think I want to max out this tree. Tinkering... Yeah. I might just get Tinker 1 for the time being. Yeah, and like agility, like all the short blade stuff, and maybe actually also pistols. We have a lot of stuff that we want to get. That's going to take a bunch of points. But let's get stuff that we need anyways, and one of that is going to be Tinker 1. Droid Scrambler, EMP Grenade, we're going to get scaled. Now we can actually recharge chem cells. That's going to be maybe useful if we don't find another. Let's learn all of these. Freezing, gesticulating, and scaled. No, Tinker was N, yeah. Oh, control and tab. Yes, I did. That's the move. Oh, they've kind of changed how this works. That is nice, actually. Gesticulating. We don't have... Yeah, we don't have the stuff for it. Okay, that's fine. You need to disassemble some more stuff. But yeah, that's what I've always wanted to do, you know? To put the ray tracing on the Caves of Qud. And we can actually go down to 5 strata deep now. That's good. Let's do that. Still Desert Canyon, but I'm gonna go into the general underground. Or was it at 10? At 11, I mean. I don't remember. It's fine. So what do we have here? Skulk injector. Let me get that. I'll sometimes find some good stuff from these guys. Oh, we have too much water anyways. Okay. Chrome revolver. Let's disassemble that. Salve injector. I'll take it. Okay. Yeah. All that scrap is going to immediately be disassembled. But yeah, like once I put a decent graphics card in this, I can actually play some modern games on this. I don't know. It's not usually my brand, but let's see. Maybe that goes where that maybe goes. I might just do that for myself, but I think nobody needs me to stream, I don't know, modern AAA games or whatever. There's enough people doing that. Okay. But yes, Johanna, you're completely right. It was always going to be that. Because what else would I play, you know? Not like there's any other games. Alright. Check something. All right, okay. Good. Here we are. Yes, indeed. Right? Like, I wonder. Like, I was actually running into memory issues sometimes with Caves of Qud. Maybe the 64 gigabytes I have in this will help with that. I don't know. We're gonna see. Like that was actually a bit of a problem with the game. Maybe, you know, it was also like not a finished game, so that might have been a factor in that too. There's the stairs down. We're going to take them because I want to get beyond the salt marsh. Let's see, but it's still gonna be no. It's the caves now. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Hey, buddy, let's destroy the worm. Here we go. What do we have here? Shrine to Polypata. Leaf in Burgundy. Deep in Nashua Castle, Polypata stumbled upon a clan of winged mammals performing a secret ritual. You know, hate when that happens. Because of her reputation for murdering someone by poisoning her water. What's going on? They all love murder so very much. But she went about it in a more pedestrian way. Just like poison, you know? That's like amateur hour. Location of Nashua Castle. Wow, we have found already a bunch of things. A bunch of places. So what do we have here? We have an advanced toolkit. A musket. Yeah. Anything else that is interesting? Weird artifact. That's a high explosive grenade. Yeah, let's get that. The rest, maybe not so much. Oh, it's a burrowing Gershling. It burrowed. Don't think I've seen that before. Maybe I have, and just don't remember. That's always something that is a distinct possibility. Let's just phrase it like that. Okay. We're not going to stick to the underground super long. I do want to find a glow sphere, though. That's my plan. Maybe once we find the glow sphere, we're going to go out of here. And we kind of do need to get to level 18 before we go to Golgotha. Just so that I can get rid of disease thing. What was the other way that I always used? Like, not the honey, but oh yeah, that's that is a... From what was that? To remove the negative status effect by drinking. That's a buff from eating, but I don't remember which ingredient it was. I think it might just be vine wafer, actually. I think that might just have been the vine wafer. I also need to actually get some recipes going. What do we have? That's kind of neat. Saves with bleeding, max HP, thirst at... I mean, that's just the basic one. Yeah, sure, let's get that. Like, thirsting at half rate is actually not that bad as well, since we thirst at a higher rate. Always kill fellow Arcanauts. There can be only one. Oh, there's another salt mill. Let's disassemble that. Why do I have so much water? Did I pick up more? Jesus, I have so much water. I mean, I have a lot of carry capacity, so right now it doesn't matter much, but I have way too much water. I like to keep it at around 100 to 200. That's generally enough. Even with this character, probably. A resonance grenade. Okay, sure. Oh, another historic site. Visit Mar. Did they increase the probability for that? I'm not sure, but like, we're finding a lot of historic sites here. Let's go down. There's a glow moth somewhere. There you are. So yeah, again, if you're tuning in, I'm a long-time player of Caves of Qud in early access. This is my first time playing 1.0 because I couldn't do it at release because of technical reasons. Now we're playing 1.0. I'm not playing for like 100% efficiency. This is not min-maxed or anything. I'm not playing a min-max build right now. I have builds with which I can reliably destroy everything. But you know, I think it's just fun to hang around a little bit and just play whatever I feel like. That's what we're doing, you know. I'm going to take it slow. I'm not looking to finish the game on first run here. I'm going to savor finally being able to play Caves of Qud as a finished game. So I'm really looking forward to doing this. This is my first run. Down there beneath me, you can see I have a run counter. So when you're tuning in, you always know where we're at. And I also have a timer there. This is not a speedrun timer or anything. This is just sort of a visual aid. So if you're tuning into the YouTube video or whatever, you kind of know where we're at. That was always kind of a problem. Level 13. Sure, name the leather cloak. Micro-turret culture. Yes, awesome. I like that. No coloring. I like that the name from the turret's culture was something technical. This is very good. But yeah, so that's why I have that stuff active. So when you're like when I will end this soon. So when you're clicking on the second video and you don't know where we're at, you know, okay, this has been going for 2 hours and so, so you can actually trace that back to the start of the run, for example, stuff like that. I think that's going to be pretty useful, because I don't like to chop this into videos based on runs. I like to just put up the stream VODs as a whole. Not just because it, you know, I think it's just, yeah. You could say I'm too lazy to do it, which would not be entirely wrong, but you know, I think it's also just nice to have it up as it was. And sometimes you have like small runs of like that take 10 minutes, you know, and then you immediately die. It's just not all that practical. So this is how we're going to do it. I hope this works out. And this also gives me, I'm probably going to make a spreadsheet of my runs. You know, this is going to help satisfy my inner statistics nerd. And with that data, we can maybe do some fun stuff at some point. You know, like average runtime, stuff like that. Which hour count am I most likely to die? But, you know, need to fill up the data in order to do that, so let's get to it. Which I'm already doing. So whatever. Okay, so we have a contraption here. There's probably some kind of water treatment thing. There's a turbine. What's that? Strange tubes. Hydraulic pipe. There's water in it, but algal water. Yeah. Probably some kind of water purification thing. Hydraulic press. Uh-huh. Luckily it's not working because it's not powered. This gets the algal water out of it, and it gets salty immediately, obviously. That's the brass foaminator. During the enterprise of invention, you sometimes require the use of a shapeless grey foam, or at the very least, you might require it one day. And so some tinker prudently got ahead of the problem and invented the brass foaminator, and scrapped on the base all the foam, none of the sadness, at maybe one day needing foam and not having it. That's just good. That's just a fantastic text. It's sealed. The liquid contained inside cannot be accessed. Part of a power grid. So we could probably power it ourselves if we had electrical generation. It produces hydraulic power. Okay. Yeah. And there's probably foam in it. But it needs electrical power, and the source for the electrical power does not seem to exist anymore. So that's what's happening here. Okay. So where did I come from? From the south here? No, I didn't. Okay, what is that? What's that? Why can't I see what that is? I want to let me look at it. Let's get rid of the enemies first, I guess. Light sculpture. That's what that is. Blue laser light bursts out of the reference beam and reimagines a wavefront sculpted on light lathe. Air adds a layer of grain. They already say that the texts are fantastic in this game. I know I said this. This was a rhetorical question. Okay. Also, hello folks. Thanks for tuning in. This is my first time playing 1.0 of Caves of Qud, after playing a lot of it in early access. It's my favorite game of all time. And I'm excited to finally be able to play it as sort of a finished thing. And that's what we're doing here. And I'm playing slow. I'm savoring it. I'm not rushing to finish it. Alright, here we go. Okay, so it's 12:30 here. So I need to stop now. Thanks for just tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out in the chat, everybody. Let me go through. So, see Jack, it's always a pleasure to see you. Lean CD86, thank you. Rajak, nice to see you. It's always great to see you. Aquarius Sabotage and Salubrious Grunt. Those names go very well together. And Johanna, obviously. Always welcome with your sarcastic comments. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. See you again next time. Which is going to be soon, I promise. Bye bye.